Yes, thanks, Michelle. Croeso i'r Cymru. Welcome to Wales. Well, it's 61 years since the Coventry City side last walked out. Up injury rules out Bobby Thomas, who had started every championship game before tonight. Luke Wolford and Lewis Brunt's thigh injury and former Coventry man Callum Doyle's suspension opens the door for race course. Last time he came here in competitive action was as a callow young. Well, it's quite the way to start the championship weekend. Different ways and means. Sakamoto will float one. Happily from a Wrexham perspective.
Just drop a shoulder onto that left foot. He normally picks out a teammate. Surprise there. He
thrived on this season. No long throw specialist. A mistake by Kitching.
You haven't got two players out there, so the cross comes in far too easily. It's a wicked ball in. So he keeps
smooth operator Matt Grimes, but then well, do we file that under shot on target?
Too far out the 6-yard box. It's there to be attacked. It's just a lack of clean contact.
Shooting opportunity there for the taking, and he didn't. Great surge by Sakamoto. This is Mason Clark. Danger lurking everywhere. Wandering. Clueth with the bit of an. That could be interesting. Rushworth not able to get there first time of asking, and he needed some help the second.
This ball, rather than punch it clear, I think he's trying to gather it. His own player actually then hinders him. There's a real crowd scene when the ball is being played into the box. There's a lot of pushing and shoving, wrestling.
Sakamoto with the here's Thomas Asante. This time it's the combination of James and Sheaf that get as close as they can to restrict his. There's Grimes who goes for it. Sums it up.
I do feel if it's on target, Conquo gets it.
Windass, O'Brien's up, Moore is up. It will run the way of O'Brien, and Rushworth there once quickly. Kabore. It's Kesler Hayden's header, and Mason Clark has peeled off and finds the first time finish. Beautifully steered home. He beat the offside, he beat Okonkwo, and just when Coventry were under feverish pressure at the other end, they strike.
Well, the best teams in this league will punish you if you don't take your opportunities down one end. What they've been all season, Coventry, is clinical. The ball into Mason Clark is a beauty, and I did worry for him when he took it first time. I thought, what are you doing? Take it down and then shoot.
Clark. And one born of perhaps a little bit of uncertainty on his weaker foot.
If you don't hurt them.
By Kesler Hayden. He's going to take charge right, eventually does. Brian pressure. Mason Clark. Grimes delivery, and this time it was Wolfenden who made
as well to get there first. Wolfenden. It's not really a solid header goal.
Wolfenden there again, but this time met forcefully by. Wolfenden is free, it's beyond him this time. Allen. Windass. He's onside. Not enough. He's enjoying his night. Bidwell's delivery. Kesler Hayden. Mason Clark free again. But he was free that time, so free because he was got it out of his feet. It's beyond Kessler Hayden, so it's still alive here. Kakache will have another crack at it. And Wolfen, who's been through it all here at Wrexham. Had to be retrieved, that's a foul. Good work by Sheaf. There's Kabore, one for more potentially, but Wolfenden was there. Kakache.
Top of a defender rather than keep them all. He's working hard to get in between the defenders. It's not.
Sakamoto on by Thomas Asante. Kessler Hayden. 5 in the area with him. Mason Clark's cross. Kabore. It's open up for O'Brien.
To make sure his body is behind the ball, it doesn't kind of squirm out of his grasp.
A free kick.
Hang about Coventry at times, do they? They get the ball back in play very quickly. Sakamoto's such a clever player. He's
Go was not a bad thing for Liam Kitching to do. Definitely not a good attacking free kick if it ends up in the hands of your own goalkeeper. But now it's ended up at the feet. Hustle and bustle. O'Brien. Punished by this man, Ephron Mason Clark. Challenged by Sheaf. Will it be a shot? Indeed it will. And Cleworth felt the full, battling really well there. Sakamoto. And was he caught? Indeed he was.
Yeah, it just looked as if, was it Kakachi who got there slightly late? Sakamoto.
Against Blackburn, West Bromwich Albion against Sheffield Wednesday, and Norwich against City 1. They will be top of the league at the end of the weekend, such is their goal difference margin. Ground. To Oxford, of course, they're still competing in the Welsh Cup. Turn there by Sakamoto.
It's not just the back heel, it's the back heel nutmeg. He's a brilliant manipulator of the ball. He draws defenders in. It's not about his physical presence, it's just his fleet of foot, is he?
The person getting on the end of that one was Ben Sheep. Coventry defenders in the right place. Kabore is Cleworth. A hobbling Windass enters the fray. Cleworth shot!
Might just creep in there. This is to play from Kabore, a centre-half high up the pitch.
And Mason Clark beyond Sakamoto, but Kessler Hayden's motoring. Kakache able to find the space to cross. Kitchen sink as well, I think. Sakamoto, brilliant work. Now here's Mason Clark. Thomas Asante had made a good run. Stylish stride when they're at their best, Wrexham. Kakache's searcher. Fine. And here's Wright. From wide by O'Brien. And he'll get there ahead of Wolfenden. Sheaf. James will go to Kabore. And now to Windass. And there's more! And there's the moment they craved. And the moment they've been threatening. And Kiefer Moore gets what has become his customary goal against Coventry City.
It's no more than Wrexham deserve. They've done all the pressing since this second half started.
That's now 4 in 4 against Coventry City. The cause of it remains to be seen. Sakamoto. Grimes will play it in there. And finally, can't get a better of Bidwell. It's beyond Moore, it's beyond everybody. Full back. Effective either way. Frank Lampard's Trailblazers at the top of the championship are staring at a first defeat.
That's a massive test of character now for
Sims is in there. De Silva, Grimes, plenty up. One of them is Sakamoto. Wolfenden. O'Brien in there, holding his head. From Mason Clark. Oh, and over the head of Torp. Sims was in there. This is... Get his head to things, Torp. Kabore. Oh, really determined run and a really Sakamoto. Torp's pulled to the edge of the area. Kessler Hayden. Here's Kabore. Certainly not into the work. Straight forward in here. A sizable inviting space. Kakache doing his utmost legally to prevent him from getting
a foul in there.
Beautiful play by Windass. It's more! And it's yet more! Well, Coventry have so often cursed him in recent times. But he's exacted ruthless punishment here tonight. And now some front line would start to show itself. It has, which will certainly exercise the mind of Frank Lampard and many on his bench. Kessler Hayden. Don't write Coventry off. Torp. Well, Kitching's in there.
He just stuck the ball in the back of the Coventry net. That's how to punish a centre-half.
Well, that was... Torp, Sakamoto. Oh, wonderful strike! And it's that kind of goal-scoring power that can come just at any moment that means you never write Coventry City off.
Well, we saw it the way that he created the opening goal. If you give this lad time and space on his left foot, he'll create. Really struggled over the last 4 or 5 weeks, so they've exploded into life tonight, the pair of them, but he'll make the headlines. But again, the team, the Wrexham team behind him, have performed well in this second half, with energy that can...
De Silva, Sakamoto, Sims is lurking. Little